right, good morning everybody. Mike here from Northeastern Dirt and Property Maintenance. Been a while since I shot a video, but I've been stuck in that plow truck quite a bit lately. We've been getting bursts of snow off and on. Not a ton of snow, but look behind me. Enough where I've had to plow the driveway already 3 times. So season's now in full swing right now, and I'll just be plowing from now till spring, plowing and sanding. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. Take a look out here. There's Northeastern Ontario right there. And like I say, I'm probably 30 kilometers north of Algonquin Park. Top easterly corner of Algonquin Park. Here's what you got for snow right here. And you have a look. Look at those mountains out there in the driveway. They've already started. They're 4 feet high. And so the temperature's pretty mild right now. We're actually supposed to get rain starting this afternoon. It's going to be a disaster. I can see it already. I'll be chaining up the tires of that truck, and I'll probably be working tomorrow morning or tonight. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's where we stand. We've accumulated a fair bit of snow already. So, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about me plowing snow with that open station L2501 Kubota and snow blowing. And I've talked about it before in my videos, and I said eventually I'm going to get an open a cab tractor and get rid of that open station tractor. Well, behind you right here is what I just took delivery of yesterday, right here. And I'm just detailing this tractor right now, and this will replace my Kubota L2501. I like that tractor. I got 0 complaints about the Kubota tractor. As you guys know watching my videos, I am pro Kubota. There's no doubt about it. I am super discriminatory toward other tractor brands, but I'm not stupid. And toward other tractor brands. I am very biased because I've had such good luck with Kubota. Why would you change? Well, I've just changed. And only because I looked at tractors, and I'll tell you what I got, and I'll show you, and I'll tell you why I did what I did. But anyway, here you go. There's what I've got right now. I'm just detailing it. You're looking at it, people. It is not a Kubota. It is a Coyote. It is. I don't want to make a mistake either. I don't even know the model of the tractor. I was going to say 3610, but it's not. It's a 3510, CK 3510. Now this is the 3510 SE. This tractor here comes with so many factory options. It's actually incredible. But wait till you hear the rest of the story. It's incredible what you get on this Coyote compared to the Kubota, and for the dollar value. Okay, I can't compare my L2501 to this tractor. It wouldn't even be fair. But I can talk a lot about the advantages of having this cab tractor for me. Not for everybody else, but for me, for what I do, a cab tractor. It's what I needed up here, and it works good. But anyway, I found this cab tractor again on the internet, and it's exactly how I buy my equipment. If you guys watch my videos, you know I'm pro one owner, bought new, low hours, in mint shape. I'm not interested in anything else. And if you do have something that's not in mint shape, and it's been weathered and stored outside and not taken care of properly and all, don't expect to get top value. Not for me anyway. I may buy it from you, but you know what? You'll be offended when I throw the price at you. If you're going to spend $50,000 on a tractor, to me, treat it like a $50,000 tractor. Don't treat it like some Ford N sitting in the bushes, you know, in the wide open weather, because I'm not interested. So anyway, I found this tractor, and this tractor was owned by an older couple who was going to retire here in Northern Ontario. They had it at their cottage. This tractor has never seen the cover of a building. This tractor is a 2021. It has been stored outside from the day it come from Coyote Corporation. This tractor's never seen a garage. This has been in all weather continuously from the day they bought it. And thank goodness it's a 21, because I don't know when they bought it in 21, but it shows signs of being outside, and I'll show you. But it's easy to detail back up and make look good. But anyway, that's what I'm working on today. Have a look at her. Right there, 35 horse. So this tractor is about approximately 35 horses, where my L2501 was about 24.9, so it was 25 horse. This is 35 horse, so I've gained 10 extra horsepower. Now the thing that I'm always cautious with, you can't buy newer diesel equipment without having a diesel particulate filter and a regen system. This doesn't take DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, but it does have a particulate filter. So the key to longevity with these DPF filters is run them at a higher RPM, keep your idling down to a minimum if you can, and run them as hot as you can. And you run them a little bit higher RPM than you do a standard non-DPF diesel. And then you'll tend to get the life expectancy out of the filter. But they've got it pretty much perfected now. A lot of these companies, Coyote, Yanmar, Kubota, all those guys, they put a lot of time and engineering and R&D in this. So, and I talked to the dealer before I even bought this tractor. Dealers, I bought this private, but I've called the dealers and I got pricing on this tractor to see where it was new compared to used and everything else. And I just talked to them about DPF, which I already knew. And so that's the scoop on the tractor. It is DPF, and that's just the way it is. So this tractor here, cab tractor with a plethora of features. This tractor has got everything on it that you could want for luxury. Not that I'm into luxury, but that's what the SE model comes with. When you get the cab and you get the SE model, you get all the bells and whistles. This tractor has cruise control and air conditioning. It's got heat, air. I will show you all the features in a bit more detail. But if you look up top up there, it has all your upper cab instrument cluster up there, air and rear view mirrors. It's just got interior lights. It's got everything. It's got a sound system in it. Actually, no, sorry, it doesn't. It has the speakers in it, but it doesn't have the stereo. So anyway, 3-range transmission, which is nice. The low, medium, and the high, that is a must for me. 4-wheel drive. It has auto throttle setting right here, and I'll show you guys how that works. Not in this video, but when I'm done detailing the tractor. Auto throttle here. Tilt steering on the other side. I'll show you from the other side. So it has a ton of in and out of 4-wheel drive right here. There's your front end lock, unlock right there. Phone charger right there, which is nice. Standard cigarette 12-volt right there. And auxiliary button right there for your stereo power and everything else right there. Cell phone holder, drink holder, and lots of features. And another thing, as you guys can tell here, all your windows and doors open up, which is very nice. And that's what I'm working on now. I'm just cleaning the windows and just detailing the tractor a little bit. So on the rear of this tractor, another big benefit, so many features on this tractor I don't have on the L2501. And whether it had them or didn't have them, I didn't care. I just wanted a cab with heat. It's just Coyote just plasters her tractors with features. And I'm starting to see the differences now on why Coyote is starting to sell and starting to pick up their pace with tractors. And I mean, you can see it when you start comparing prices and to Kubota and Massey Ferguson. Even Massey Ferguson's putting out some nice tractors. I was at the dealership, but the prices on those tractors is high, and I will tell you about it. But anyway, if you look here, this tractor here, it's got the adjustable sway bars, and it's got the extendable sway bars here. And hopefully you guys can see that. You can see it's got the, like I say, it's got the extensions on the sway bars of this tractor, and it's got the adjustable swing stay bars, or sway bars, which are handy when you're hooking up an implement. These bars here, they're fully adjustable. You just pull a pin, you can set them wherever you want, and it's a quick adjust, and it's so nice to have. If you're backing up your tractor to a piece of equipment and it's not lined up perfectly, you've got the ability to, as you can tell, overswing it or overextend it in and out to line yourself up with equipment so you don't have to be going back and forth, which is a big feature. Very nice. But I'll tell you something else that's impressive, that I find very impressive on this tractor. Well, is the ability with this lever right here, up and down, this lever here, which is sweet. It allows you to not have to go back inside the tractor to raise and lower your 3-point hitch for the height of your implement. If you back up to an implement right now and you find that you're too low and you have to jump back in the tractor on a normal tractor and raise up your 3-point and get these up in the air to adjust for height. Well, not anymore. With this Coyote, you just adjust this hydraulic lever here from the back of the tractor, and you can now, by moving this, you can adjust the height of your 3-point arms. So as I adjust this handle, that 3-point comes up and down back here, and I can do it with one man. I don't have to get back in the tractor. That is a huge feature to me. Huge. When you're a one-man show, when somebody's by themselves and you got a heavy implement, and you can do basically 3-way adjustments. You can extend, you can sway, and you can adjust your height here. Perfect. That is like perfection to me. That is some smart engineering. And I have no idea why the other tractor makers don't get on it. Maybe they do on the bigger models, but they sure don't on these compacts. And another big feature here on the Coyote, if you look here, you guys, hopefully you can see it, is you got 2 sets of remotes. You got a set of remotes here, and you've got a set of remotes here. You got these black cap remotes right here, and you've got the blue ones here. Everything on this tractor is brand new. It's never been used. In fact, the hours are so few on this tractor that even the 3-point hitch balls in the bottom were seized up, and that's the truth. I had to break them loose with a hammer. Those are just some of the features on the back end of this tractor, and they're staggeringly big features. So right away, I've showed you just multitudes of features that come with this SE model tractor. And another thing I noticed yesterday, because when I got it home, I did plow snow with it once, right here. This tractor has the new R14 tires right there. If you look at the tread design, your bar style, R4 industrial style tire on this, it's a combination of ag and industrial, and even almost a little bit of turf in there, keeping everything planed out the same way so you don't rip up your yard when you're running on your yard. But I can tell you another thing, these R14s give phenomenal pushing strength in the snow. It's amazing the tractive effort you get when you're pushing snow. I did it yesterday, and I'm going to show you guys too on a snow pushing video. I will put this tractor in 4-wheel drive, and I can push from the bottom of the road straight uphill, 500 feet straight uphill, no chains. The Kubota, I couldn't even, and mind you, now I've got the weight of the cab and the weight of the fuel tank. I mean, this fuel tank, it's in a premium spot. It only makes sense. And my Kubota, the fuel tank is up front on top of the hood. You actually almost got to climb on top of the tractor to put diesel fuel in it. It's in the center of the hood up front on top. It's the worst place you could ever want to refuel. It's just silly engineering. I can't help but say it, and I like Kubota. So Coyote, they put the fuel tank on the back. Well, it's not only over the back, it's centered on the rear axle. So you've got all the weight of that diesel fuel acting as ballast, just another ballast. Plus I've got the weight of the cab on here, and I don't even have anything on the 3-point yet. And the tractive effort yesterday with nothing on this 3-point was staggering. And it just amazed me how much snow I could push with this tractor in 4-wheel drive with these R14s with this cab tractor. I mean, I was floored. So let's come around to this side. So inside here, in your cab, which is nice, heated cab, of course, you've got rear window defrost. You guys may not see it. I could have shown it better back there, but you got rear window defroster back there on the rear window. So you got rear window defrost on this tractor. You've got rear wiper on the rear window, which is nice. And you've got all your work light switches, your windshield wiper switches, your working light switches are all on this portion of the tractor cab console here, along with your PTO. It's got a push button PTO here, and nothing mechanical on the levers, just a push button PTO. I'm going to see how that works. That's not necessarily a good thing, but I'll try it and see where it goes, because if you're pushing down and you're engaging your PTO and it's slamming your implements or shocking your gearbox when you start it up because it's instantly engaging, that's not a good thing. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not convinced that that's the best thing yet either, but we'll see what happens. You come inside, you got your dual remote levers here, one for each remote on the back, and you can get continuous flow. And just using these levers here, whether you're running a log splitter or anything you want to drive on remotes at the back, you've got complete control now there. 3-point hitch up and down, and there you go. There you have your front end loader control right there. Basic front end loader, completely different position. It's in a completely different location than a Kubota. Kubota up here has it, and I don't know why people complain about it. They just do. I just think the world is so spoiled. But anyway, Kubota has their control lever mounted basically right on the front end loader here, and when you're sitting in the seat, you reach with your right hand and you control it. I've had no issues. For 8 years I've ran that Kubota. It's not an issue to me. Well, Coyote puts it down here and everybody raves about how good the position of this is, and it is good, but it really does, that doesn't make any difference to me. Kubota's got it engineered. It works fine. This works good, and that's another feature this tractor has in engineering. And twin pedal high stat, forward, reverse, where Kubota's got a rocker pedal. And if you look at these twin pedal on this Coyote, again, people complain about Kubota's single lever rocker pedal. Makes no difference to me at all. You know what? It makes zero difference. In fact, I can show you I'll show you and I'll get in this tractor. Okay, and when I get in here with these big winter rubber boots, and anybody that's pushing snow in the winter is going to have big boots, I find that between the brake and the reversing pedal, my boot barely fits between these two. Barely. It's almost the same width. So I found yesterday pushing snow, it was a little bit difficult in the forward position to go back and not touch both levers at the same time. That's what I found with big boots. So that's where I find the rocker has a big advantage for me. And I've used both. So I'm just commenting on my experience that with big boots on, I found myself pushing and I go, holy shit, the side of my boot is hooking on that pedal also, and I wasn't going anywhere. So I'm just saying that's just one thing I seen yesterday. So this here was not a video trying to compare a plain Jane L Series 2501 to a loaded premium tractor SE model. Completely unfair comparison. That's not what it's about. What it is just to show you some of the features you get on these Coyotes when you buy the SE model like this. And a lot of the stuff that's on this tractor would be optional with other tractor brands. But anyway, now let's talk about price of a new tractors. Absolutely ridiculous. The price of new tractors, I've been looking for a cab tractor, and I knew I probably wouldn't buy a brand new one because I'm not going to spend that kind of money. It's just ridiculous. So here we go. I called up the Kubota dealer here in North Bay. I went up there, looked at a 3560 Kubota. Very comparable to this Coyote, except this Coyote has a few more features. But anyway, $66,000. $66,000 for a 3560 Kubota Grand L tractor. And with bells and whistles, very comparable to this, just not quite as many features as this Coyote. And $66,000, that's taxes, and I'm like, that ain't happening. I will never spend $66,000 on a tractor unless I could make some money on it and it was worth the money and you could sell it for more. Forget it. That's completely out of my league. So that was Kubota. And Kubota, I'll tell you right now, they're shitting to bed. Kubota right now is shitting to bed. Their prices have escalated so high, so quickly. Them and Deere, those guys, they've shit to bed. And they're leaving that gap in the market right now. For these guys here, watch what happens in the future. I can see it already. The price is so phenomenally different on these tractors buying new. It's shocking. Wait till you hear these numbers. I just can't help it. So we also have a Massey Ferguson dealer. Massey Ferguson's got Iseki diesels and a made in Japan. They're good tractors. You cannot badmouth a Massey Ferguson tractor. You just can't. They've been around forever. They make a good tractor. And the only thing with Massey Ferguson too is they job out all over the world. They got everybody's hands in their tractor production and they make them all over the world. That's the only thing I don't like, but they still make a good tractor. That's my personal opinion. So I compared an 1840M. I think it was 1840M. That was the model. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it was. 1840M. Comparable to this. 37, 38 horsepower. And cab tractor, you know, heat, air, all of the goodies in it. Not as many features as the Coyote, but anyway. Kubota wanted $66,000. Well, get a load of this. $64,000 with a Massey Ferguson. $64,000 for a new Massey Ferguson. 37, 38 horsepower, around that range. And I'm like, holy shit. Even Massey Ferguson's lost their marbles. I go, okay, they're axed. They're dead to me. Forget it. Massey Ferguson out. So then I called Coyote because the only difference is now the Coyote dealer is not close to me. It's 2 hours away. That is the disadvantage, but that's just the way it goes. You can't have everything. I try and support local, and dealer networking and location means a lot to me, but not at this price point. So I priced this tractor here brand new. Like I said, Kubota 66, Massey 64. This tractor here, Coyote, was $51,000. Not this particular tractor, not what I paid, but brand new. This tractor is $51,000. So just do the math. $51,000 for a loaded up Coyote with all the bells and whistles, brand new, taxes in, 5-year warranty, running against, I didn't even price Deere, forget John Deere. So Kubota 66 grand, Coyote was 51. Massey Ferguson 64,000, Coyote 51. Everything with taxes in. Those are prices I'm quoting you at tax. How do you justify buying a Kubota or a Massey Ferguson at those prices when you can buy this guy with all the premium SE features for 51? If you were buying new, do the math. That's a huge amount of savings. That to me is putting John Deere, Massey Ferguson, and Kubota right out of the picture for the average guy who's already figuring he's spending a lot of money, and then he's looking at these premium tractor lines. Well, I'll tell you right now, these guys are going to become a premium tractor line. This is my prediction with those prices, that, you know what, in the next 5 years, and I've been doing research on it and looking, and I see it too, and I've seen it before. I'll tell you right now, the pendulum's going to start tilting, and you're going to see Kubota and Deere, these guys are going to start losing market share to Coyote. It's inevitable. My prediction is Coyote is going to start moving up rapidly. You cannot price things like that and not expect. They not only make a good tractor, but they're pricing it so favorably for the consumer. So anyway, that's my prediction. But anyway, you guys, that's where I am right now. I'm detailing this 3510 Coyote SE that I just purchased yesterday. Ran it last night when I got it home. Just push snow in the driveway just to try it before. And what a difference it makes with a heated cab too. I had the heat going last night in that cab, and it's just so nice. All right, so if you look at the whole situation on pricing with Kubota and John Deere versus Coyote, Kubota and John Deere, to bring their prices in line, or attempt to bring their prices in line with a value tractor, they'll introduce new models, but the only way they can keep the price down with newer models, John Deere and Kubota, is to take away features and give you a more plain Jane tractor. Well, that's what they have to do to compete with Coyote, because Coyote is introducing these tractors. Why can Coyote do it and John Deere and Kubota can't? That's what I'd like to know. Coyote introduces a tractor, it's loaded SE with all the bells and whistles, taxes in at 51 grand. Everything, you get everything. Yet, in order to get the comparable Kubota, you're spending $66,000. These are just astronomical prices for these tractors now. Even at 51 grand for the Coyote, I go, nope, I'm not buying a brand new one. I'm not buying a brand new one. All I do is I start surfing and looking, seeing who's got what where, how much it's worth, use low hour equipment where somebody else takes the beating on tax and the depreciation of rolling it off the lot. And that's what I look for. But I don't know how these guys are gonna do down the road, because it's definitely not a fair market when Coyote's pricing their tractors down thousands and thousands lower than the other manufacturers and giving you a ton of premium features. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Coyote is going to start really, they're already on the rise, and you can already see Kubota and John Deere, they're going to be losing market share to these guys. I mean, it's inevitable. People only have so much money. So that's just my opinion. Say, if I bought a tractor like this, I bought this tractor for me, not to resell, because I'm tired of freezing my nuts off out there, pushing snow all day long in a plow truck working, and then coming home and freezing my ass off on that L21 open station, L2501. So that's why I bought a cab tractor. This tractor is not being resold, but the Kubota will get sold. So if I find serious flaws in this Coyote, something that I can't live with, which I haven't found and I probably won't, I'll kick this thing to the curb so fast it'll make your head spin. But as of right now, this is what I got. This is what I'm keeping. And I'm just doing all the detailing on this tractor right now. And by doing the detail on a newer tractor like this that I just brought home in the shop and spending hours detailing it, I get to see it up close and personal. I get to check all the fluid levels, see where they are, check the hours on the filters, and okay, so anyway, the tractor's only got 50 hours on it. Let's give you a few details on this particular tractor. I seen this tractor on the internet. It only had 50 hours, actually had 49 point something, and now it's got 50 point something on it. So I put an hour on it. So this is a 2021 3510 SE Coyote, 50 original hours, bought brand new. And I would say the couple was in their 70s. And they were going to retire up here in Northern Ontario. That didn't pan out. And so they decided to sell this tractor. They bought it brand new. Tractor's all paid for, no liens, no encumbrances on this tractor. I got all the documentation with this, and I've got all the bills of sale coming, and the owner's manual and the spare keys are being mailed to me, because I done this transaction through the neighbor because they were not at their cottage. So anyway, all the paperwork's being mailed to me. So anyway, they bought this tractor. 2021, they didn't do much with it. And just life circumstance changed for these people, and they changed their mind. And I thought, wow, they had this tractor priced at $43,000. Way too high. They had it priced down at $40,000, I think, another lowered price. Well, too high for me anyway. I'm not paying it. So, and I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. The tractor's got 50 hours on it. It's a 21, and they had it slashed again. So I called them up, and I didn't make them a predatory offer. I just made them what I think is a fair offer on the tractor for being stored outside, not in a shop, and 50 hours use, which is basically brand new, and no HST. That's another thing on this tractor, because it doesn't really matter. I get my HST back through my business, whatever. But if I can not pay the HST on it, that's fine by me too. So I bought it basically private sale, this tractor. I know I'm doing a lot of chatting, but I'm just telling you how I do business. And there, right now, people are not spending money. Interest rates are high. There's a lot of debt load in Canada. And I'm not saying these people, but things are not selling right now. Real estate has stagnated. We're basically in a recession here. They can call it what they want. I call it a recession. The government's full of shit. So we're into a stagnated economy too in Canada. So things are not moving. And this tractor sat. I watched it. I see so many tractors, so much equipment for sale right now. Kubota track loaders, excavators. It's funny. In COVID, you couldn't find a piece of heavy equipment. You could not find. You were overpaying. You were taking it in the hoop by every dealer. They had you, and they knew they had you. Private owners had you. Everybody was just feeding it to you. Now, complete 180-degree swing. There is so much tractors for sale now, so many excavators, so many track loaders. Everything's out there, and a lot of it's not paid for. So you have to be careful when you buy equipment. You got to find out if it's paid for, and you got to make sure that Kubota or John Deere or whoever is financed through Coyote, you got to make sure you get all the financing contracts before you buy that equipment, you guys. And you have to get a hold of these guys and make sure that when you buy the equipment, that the liens and encumbrances are lifted on it and the equipment gets paid for through those corporations. Always check that first. And you can get the contract number and the bill of sale. You can get all those financing details through the seller. And then you can get a hold of Kubota. Kubota Canada is really good. They give you the info. They'll tell you, note the tractor's not paid for. They may not tell you the amount that's owing, but they'll say, okay, this contract number, the tractor's not paid for. So you get a hold of the seller, and you make sure that that tractor gets paid for, and that's how you protect yourself and be free and clear. But anyway, I got all the paperwork and documentation on this tractor. It's paid for, it's free and clear. They were an established couple in their 70s, so with a beautiful lakefront home on the French River here in Ontario. So you know what? Doesn't mean they don't owe money. I'm just saying, when you're that old and you live in the city and you've got a cottage, you know, you're well established and everything's good to go. So I know I'm rambling, but okay, so that's the video on this tractor so far, and I have nothing to really compare it to here because the L2501's plain Jane. But I can tell you one thing: tractive effort with no chains, amazing, amazing. Lifting capacity, of course, it's a 10 horse more tractor, 10 horsepower more, and it outlifts the Kubota, and that's fine. The L2501 was fine by me. I didn't care how much it lifted. I just wanted a good turnkey tractor. So there we go. And that's what we're working on. And have a look up there. You can see all the pollen from sitting under the trees on that hood. This tractor was very pollinated. It sat outside, not under cover, had all the pollen from the trees and the leaves and the pine needles falling on top since 2021. And luckily it got here, because it'll never sleep outside again. I can promise you that. Unless it was in the summertime when the weather was nice, that would be okay, but not in the bad weather. So anyway, you guys, So anyway, you guys, I know this was a bit of a rambling video, but I'm just telling you what I bought and some of the features that this tractor has and pricing. So I'll do more details on this tractor. I'll get more in depth on this tractor when I start getting into it a little more. I haven't even hooked an implement on it, and we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in. And I know it's been a while since I put a video up, but like I said, I've been hustling. Not much has been going on here in the shop anyway, really. I've just been working and coming home and not doing much but plowing snow. And we'll do some more videos. Okay, thank you. Thanks for tuning in.